So this is where we take our meals each day. The legends, sit together. And again, it's always really about business. We're talking about, the various models and things we want to do here, and how to get it done, how to get everyone registered as businesses and in the best possible place to take advantage of all tax incentives and like this. It's really a fully comprehensive approach towards not just economic and social cooperatives, but potentially repatriation, potentially just revenue generation models. And so it's been really amazing and somewhat overwhelming to see, just how much opportunity exists here for us. And each time we have opportunity to speak with really any business owner or farmer, each of them responds so favorably. And the truth is, I wouldn't expect anything different, right? So, what is the ledge, right? What is the ledge? The ledge was, it began when I put up a Facebook post and I said, I have $20 right now. Anybody that has $20 to put up with mine, at the end of the week, will give the full amount to a single mother somewhere in America that could use it. And hundreds of people responded. It was like, whoa, right? And so when I saw that many people respond, I was like, that's an awful lot of money. Let's not put the money together yet, right? Let's kind of think this through. Because if we can generate this kind of money this quickly, why wouldn't we start a business, right? Why wouldn't we build a factory somewhere? And so it evolved. And the ledge was born, okay? So ledge, Land for Economic Development and Group Economics, right? What we intend to do is partner with Africans all over the world to increase their capacity. Very quite simply. When you look at Africa, you have lots of European nations and lots of different groups that come into Africa to make their fortunes. What they do is, and Del Monte owns 63,000 acres, not far from our land in Rudy. And so they'll come in, they'll pay the farmers very little for their work. They will grow their crops and export them, right? Del Monte is fueling America, not Africa. And so what happens is very little of the capital gain stays in Africa, right? That's all being exported out. And this is true for just about every group. The Chinese, the Dutch, we have historical precedents that says these people have come and found their fortunes here in Africa. Okay, so with that in mind, what the Ledge Group does is we partner with Africans, and our contracts are very transparent. Basically, they have the land, right? What we have is the latest growing technologies, the most efficient methods of engaging in agro-business, and we have our dollars that we have worked for that are already taxed and are worth so much more in Africa, right? So what that means is if we were to funnel those monies into Africa, we can have dramatic impact, not only on people's lives, but potentially our own. So we partner with Africans, and we offer them a 51 to 49 split. The Ledge Group takes 51%. The individual business owner takes 49. Okay. The model of compensation is a time-based one in that after 5 years, the Ledge Group's equity drops to 20%. So on a schedule, the equity that the Ledge Group holds diminishes over time. Okay? And so what that means is the farmer invariably makes more money as time goes on and they get more successful. We land at 20% and stay there in perpetuity. And so what this does is it launches that business owner, that African, into business that they will have for the rest of their lives. Okay? So we supply material support, right? Fertilizers, fencing, we finance those things. We finance those things through the donations of our members, okay? Through contributions from our members, we finance that. Now, you didn't hear me say tax-deductible contributions to our members. This ain't PBS. This is Africans doing for Africans, designing a model that can work to lift us on both continents, right? So the business owner keeps that business for life. We land at 20% in perpetuity, and that's the way that goes. So this is the model that is being presented throughout Africa, and the Africans are responding to this model quite favorably, right? Because again, one of the lowest crops that they have here is cash, right? They don't have capital. But guess what? As African Americans, we have more capital than any Africans around, right? We have $1 trillion spending power, right? Save the money that you spend on that cinnamon bun, right? Every morning, but when you go to get your Starbucks and a cinnamon bun, right? That adds up, right? What's that? $20 a week, maybe? 25 a week? 50? How many buns you eating? I'm sorry. So, if you were to save that, right? Is that $50 going to kill you? Make you rich? Right? Make you poor? No. Right? If you was to save that, and you was to put your $50 with my $50, right? And we began partnering with Africans, okay? And springing up different business models. Right? We can generate revenue for ourselves in America and generate revenue and increase the standard of living for that people where they are, necessarily improving the quality of life, necessarily improving the infrastructure, and having massive effects towards self-sufficiency for everyone, right? Where you consider repatriating to Africa, then we have the ability, and again in Kenya, where we sit now, and you can become a citizen within 6 years, right? You live here for 6 years and you become a Kenyan citizen. So whereas you can begin an agro business, you can begin raising livestock and deploying intelligent models, and you have the ability to kind of pre-build your repatriating effort, right? If you've got the ability to buy the land, buy the house, have those things owned and in your lane, have a farm and land being worked for you, and having livestock tended to for you, that puts you at the head of the game, right? What do you need to survive? Food, clothing, and shelter. Well, with small dollars, you can build that beforehand, right? So then when you get to the land, when you've got food, clothing, shelter, you got a solar panel on your roof, and you can provide your own power, exactly what do you need anyone else in the world for? Aha, aha, this is the goal, right? This is what we're trying to get to. This is what we're trying to get to. So how, then, does one become a legend? Okay? I don't know if I can sit this camera up and do this. We're going to give it a shot. Well, maybe not. How does one become a legend? Okay? You are made a legend by way of three things. Okay? You got to do three things to be a legend. One, each and every one of us has placed a $400 donation together, and that $400 is what we use to do all of the work that we've done thus far. Everything that we've done has been generated by that $400 donation. Now, certainly my wife and I have both placed a lot of our own personal monies into many of these different areas. There are personal needs that you know, our colleagues here in Africa need. that are outside of business sometimes, and sometimes they're completely related to business. But so we've augmented, but $400 donation by each member goes into building out the capacity that we spoke of for these African farmers. Okay, buying seed, buying fencing, buying the things that they need. Okay, the second thing required to become a legend is to sign our non-disclosure agreement. This is so I'll kind of speak to what it is in a second. All right, so you have to sign the non-disclosure agreement and send that back to myself and to my wife. And thirdly, the pledge of commitment, the pledge letter. That needs to be signed and sent back to myself and my wife. Okay. So what do you get for that? Okay. Currently, we have access to 53,000 acres of land in Rumarudi. You've most likely seen the videos of us out on the farmland. And we're farming that land, and our legends, or those who have completed the 3 prerequisites, can lease acreage in Rumarudi for $20 per year per acre, up to 99 years, right? You can lease an acre for $20 per year per acre, up to 99 years. It's pretty fantastic. There are no restrictions on that land. You can build your house, you can farm, you can do whatever you'd like on that land. Okay? What we have done, or what we've determined the smart thing to do is, since all of us aren't ready to repatriate yet, is we'll pay the farmer. My executive director has assembled a crew, and I'm going to speak about that as well. He's assembled a crew, and what they do is they will farm that land from seed to soil and bring it to market. When it goes to market, the profits are then split, and your money is then sent to you. Now, so what we're saying is you get that land at $20 an acre. That's all you're spending, $20, right? As a legend. The ledge is going to pay for the seed. We're going to pay the soil. We're going to pay the farmers. We're going to pay for everything else, fencing, everything else. You pay $20 for the work that the ledge is doing. We're going to reserve 20% of profits from each acre, right? 20% of profits from each acre for what we have done, for the work that we've done and what we've expended. Yes, that allows us to continue to put money into these different models. So all the money that we make with the ledge doesn't leave Africa, right? What we do is we roll that into different models. So now we prop up this business, and again, turning profits. We're making everything profitable as we go. Okay, so that 20% allows us to go ahead and deploy projects in Zambia, in Zimbabwe, in Gambia, in Ghana, in Tanzania, in Uganda, and really everywhere. And so the farmer is paid up front and is doing what they know to do, and you'll collect your proceeds at the end of harvest, right? And so that's one of the benefits of being a legend. Land, $20 per acre per year. We came here to find additional opportunities. One of the other opportunities that we have cultivated here is we have a wonderful relationship with a woman we call Mother. She is a Maasai grandmother, and she comes every 2 days with the most amazing arts you have ever seen. You're going to see them. Absolutely beautiful, handcrafted. She's sitting at home right now, handcrafting, and that's what she does. She loves it. And we have gotten the most beautiful pieces, authentic, from the Maasai, right? And so now what we've done is we've cultivated a relationship where she will make available a catalog, and in that catalog we will have available the ability for you to customize colors if you choose to, and you can get your custom works done by way of this Mother. And so the way that this will work is, and I want you to think about this along the lines of business versus personal, you have direct access to authentic merchandise. what we intend to do is, in the name of marketing tips, what we would like to see you do as a vendor is place a small card along with the gift or the purchase item, with a picture of her, which we'll provide to you, and maybe African proverbs on the card, right? And kind of personalize it and make it something novel and really nice. Now, if you go and look in stores, you can find some of this jewelry, and most of it is probably not authentic. But if you look at the prices that they want, they're like $300 for some of these pieces. Well, as Legends, we have those handmade, authentic Maasai pieces of jewelry, sandals, handbags, all of these different things available at prices that are unbelievable, direct from the Maasai. So we help them, and we help ourselves, right? Again, 100% in line with the Ledge model, right? So that's off the ground already. Okay, that is a very simple process. That's already launched. Okay, by the time we get back to Africa, we'll have an order form. We'll have a process for you to be able to get whatever you want. Okay. Then we are working on and trying to negotiate the coffee and direct and exclusive access to Kenyan farmers and the best coffee in the world. We will have that coffee sent to us as a complete package. That means it's roasted, it's been dried, it's been roasted, it's been packaged, it's been branded, and then finally shipped to you as a Legend. You will be able to order as much coffee as you want at a deeply discounted wholesale rate, because again, we're going directly to the farmer and no one in between, and you'll have exclusive access in your areas to be able to sell that coffee anywhere. Personally, I would go to coffee shops and strike a deal. Right? Look at your price points, make sure that it works out, strike a deal, and get them the best coffee on earth. Right? And so that is another opportunity available to Legends. Okay? In addition to that, so there's a host of other things that we are exploring and speaking about, but you can see clearly what we're doing is we're dragging opportunity back. Everything that we can do, we will do.